If your voice agent is struggling to capture leads when the phone goes silent, then this video is for you. Imagine a voice AI that turns every missed connection into a strategic opportunity with 100% precision that transforms how businesses hunt for prospects. In this video, I'll reveal the automation hack that converts dead-end calls into guaranteed growth. And without further ado, my name's Ali Mohammed, and let's get into the video. Okay, so one of the biggest problems people have with their voice AI agents is that when they're making outbound calls for whatever reason, a lot of people have Do Not Disturb active on their phones and the AI agent automatically goes to voicemail. This is a huge problem, and in this video I'm basically going to demonstrate how you can bypass that. So currently I have Do Not Disturb on my phone like many people would. So when I go to make my first initial call, it's not going to register on my phone. So we made this second flow, which basically checks the end of call analysis, and the voice agent will basically tell it, hey, I disconnected because this is voicemail, and then this flow will basically check, is voicemail true? Yes, we were just in voicemail. And have we called them twice? No, in this case. Great, let's make a second call and update our CRM. So let's quickly test the flow and see how this works. I'm going to test, and you'll see here that the phone call did not go through, and that is because I'm on Do Not Disturb. However, if we go to the second flow, in any second now, it should call me a second time, which it has, and that has essentially bypassed Do Not Disturb, and now I can answer the call. Hello, who is this?
Hi, this is Emily from Bright Smile Dental. How are you today?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing well, thank you. I just wanted to check in and ask, when was your last dental checkup?
Wow, this would have been a while ago, probably like 6 months ago.
That's great to hear.
Awesome, thank you. Sweet, so that is pretty much how you bypass Do Not Disturb. And now this execution is going to run again, and it's basically checked, hey, is this voicemail? In this case it wasn't, and it's updated our CRM. So now that you understand how this works, we're going to break it down step by step. So first of all, in this first flow, which is bypassing Do Not Disturb outbound caller flow, I basically just started the automation manually, and then we basically searched for all the phone numbers in our CRM that were basically uncalled. So in this scenario, I had my phone number and my name, and I basically had a status inside of the Airtable basically telling me, hey, this person, we haven't called them yet. Obviously this info has been updated, but initially what it would have looked like is this. It would have looked like this initially, which is obviously what you would start with. We have the name, which is just a single line text. The status, there's 3 different statuses. There's uncalled, called, and then voicemail. Obviously you want to set your default to uncalled if you're putting phone numbers in here. The phone number, there's also a called twice field. So there's a no and there's a yes. And then there's a transcript field, which is just a long text. Now, what happens in this flow is basically we search for all the numbers that haven't been called using a special filter. And what that does, basically we want to extract just the phone number and the record ID. Then we make an initial phone call using retail, as so. That obviously in the demo didn't work, and the way we bypassed that was with this second flow, which, let me bring up the Do Not Disturb route. Awesome. So this is what happened in the second flow, basically the end of call analysis. So this webhook triggered once the AI recognized that we were on voicemail. This end of call filter, it just makes sure that only information at the end of a call gets bypassed, because what happens with retail AI is there's 3 webhooks that can trigger during a call. There's the call started trigger, there's the call analysis trigger, and then there's call ended trigger. And in this case, we're just looking for the end call, so we just did that. We searched for the relevant record ID based on the phone number, and we were able to grab this information, which is my name, the fact that we were uncalled, not called twice, phone number, you get it. Then this switch filter basically checks, hey, what was the reason for the disconnection of the call? And in this case, if that answer is equal to voicemail reach, so you can see here in this webhook, if we scroll down a little bit, you'll see here that there's a disconnection reason. And in this case, the disconnection reason was voicemail reached, which the AI recognized. And if this field is equal to voicemail reached, then it's true and we route up to this field. And what this field does is it does a few things. First of all, we basically check again, is this a voicemail? And I guess, honestly, probably don't even need that, to be completely honest, because it would have already checked through this. Then we basically checked, have we called this person twice? In this case, the answer is no. And then we also check, what is the status of this person? And the reason we do this is because initially, obviously, we haven't called them twice. They are registered as uncalled. So logically speaking, we've basically tried calling them once and nothing's happened. Let's try calling them again and updating that info inside of the Airtable, where in this case, we're updating the fact that we've called them twice. So obviously you saw that once this triggered, the second call, it bypassed Do Not Disturb. I spoke with it, and once I spoke with it and ended the call, it basically routed down to this node. So this time, the disconnection reason was because I hung up. User hung up, right? And basically now this routes to a completely different field, which is basically just storing the transcript info and changing the status to called. If obviously we were to, I guess, try and call this person again, or if we tried calling this person a third time, I think, what would happen is, and if obviously they were on voicemail, is this would be equal to voicemail reach. This called twice field would be equal to yes, because we've already called them twice. And this search for relevant status field would have already been set to called. So this would be true, this would not be true, and this would not be true, which would route us down to this field, which basically just updates the transcript again. So basically, if you want to call the person a third time and then they're on voicemail, or even a fourth, fifth time and they're on voicemail, basically what this will do is it'll basically say, hey, they're on voicemail, let's just update the transcript info and try calling them again, sort of thing. That's kind of how I've logically thought about this, but that is pretty much how you bypass Do Not Disturb using this flow automation. And I'm going to be providing a free template in the description. Now let's actually go over the voice agent itself. I've already gone over the Airtable, so we'll go over the voice agent itself and kind of just the settings that I would want to apply if I was doing voicemail detection. So this is just a simple prompt for basically a dental clinic, basically checking on people, trying to see when was the last time that they had a dental checkup, and if it was basically longer than, if it was within a year, they would basically just reach out to us in 6 months. So in that call that I had initially with the voice AI agent, I basically told her, hey, I had a dental checkup 6 months ago, and then the voice AI agent recognized, okay, this is like less than a year. We'll just call them again in 6 months, and obviously you can change that however you want. And just some basic flow instructions. I'll provide the prompt in the description as well if you want that. But the functions, basically we want the end call function. This is very important. Knowledge base, you can add a knowledge base if you want. I wouldn't do it for this video. Speech settings, kind of kept that normal just with the coffee shop because I like it. Call settings. Call settings is important. So Retail AI has a very cool feature, which is voicemail detection. So you can basically determine if you want to hang up if you reach voicemail, or leave a message if reaching voicemail. And if you want to leave a message, you can also put in dynamic variables with this double curly bracket. In this case, I just hung up if reaching voicemail, and then the disconnection reason in that case would be voicemail. You kind of see how that works, right? If the voice AI agent hangs up after reaching voicemail, the disconnection reason is going to be voicemail, and that's pretty much how you route it to the second DND. Honestly, I'm actually not sure why I would need this, to be completely honest. Maybe it's because if they don't respond after the second call, that would probably be why. So for example, if you called them twice and they still don't respond, then in that case, because this field has already been updated, it would route down to this and you would just have the transcript. That would probably make more sense when I built this out a few days ago. End call and silence, max call duration, pretty much same thing. Post call analysis, we don't need any post call analysis because we kind of do that externally through N8N. Security settings, don't really need that. And then the webhook is basically agent level webhook, which basically just captures all the event details as so. That is pretty much how you bypass Do Not Disturb with your agents. And the reason I love this so much compared to other methods that I was using in the past is that, one, there's a lot of things actually. Let me bring out a good old notepad, or what do they even call it these days? Paint MS? Sure, Paint MS. Let's do that. Number one, you don't have to use AI. So AI is a no-go. You don't have to use AI to basically determine from the transcripts if, hey, has this person reached voicemail? So don't need to determine, I guess, yeah, transcript. So basically, you don't need the AI to read the transcript and determine if it was voicemail or not. And this is huge for a few reasons. Number one, cost goes down significantly. If you recognized in this flow, we don't use AI at all. We don't use an AI agent. This is just a simple automation for your voice AI agent, which obviously costs money, but you don't need an external LLM like an AI agent to basically determine voicemail for you, because retail AI does it. So you basically save on costs. You save on time as well. So time goes down. Time to basically update your CRM with that information and actually call them again goes down. Because you basically saw at the beginning of the video, we activated that initial call, didn't go through, and then like 5 seconds later, the second call went through and it was instant. If you had an AI agent in the loop, it would take much longer for that second call to go through, because obviously that processing time of the AI, and also it could just mess up as well, which can very easily happen with these transcripts. But yeah, I kind of wanted to do this because it's fun, but that is pretty much the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to get in touch with us and build out a fully fledged AI cold calling or outbound system, which implements this as like a small little feature, then please do reach out to us with our website and book in a call down below. But I am Ali, and thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of the day. Goodbye.